Welcome to Verdict Vantage, covering breaking news stories. Thank you for supporting our research. We would like to extend a trigger warning before we continue. Please be advised.
This video contains discussions about true crime, which may include topics such as violence, assault, and other distressing incidents. Viewer discretion is advised.
Verdict Vantage, thanks you for tuning in. Your support means the world to our channel. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment sharing your thoughts, and hit the subscribe button to join our amazing community. Stay in the loop on future updates by ringing the notification bell. And if you found this valuable, sharing is caring. Thanks again for being here.
Tonight, with troubling, never-before-heard details about the death of college student Riley Strain, uncovered by WSMV4 Investigates. Good evening, everyone. I'm Tracy Cornett.
And I'm Marius Payton.
I'm Lauren Lowry. We now know police estimate the University of Missouri student had potentially 15 alcoholic drinks before he fell into the Cumberland River in Nashville and drowned.
Let's go to our chief investigative reporter, Jeremy Finley. Jeremy, you uncovered even the bus driver for the fraternity event didn't want drinking of alcohol on the way to Nashville.
Well, that's right. WSMV4 Investigates has obtained internal police files of the investigation into Strain's death, and we shared them with a national expert on fraternities who says Strain's fraternity should be held responsible. On the night he died, Riley Strain seems at first in control. There he is in the black and light brown shirt, standing being served a Jack and Coke. Hours later, though, he would end up dead in the Cumberland River with a blood alcohol level of 0.228. But investigators with the Tennessee Alcoholic Beverage Commission later determined he hadn't been overserved that night at the bars. So what happened? What investigators ultimately determined stunned David Eastlick, an attorney who ran a national fraternity for 29 years and now sues fraternities after students' deaths.
I was amazed to find out that he, was basically comatose and he'd been, served an amazing amount of alcohol.
To understand Strain's level of intoxication at death, police interviewed Strain's fraternity brothers at Delta Chi at the University of Missouri, who'd come to Nashville for a fraternity formal that weekend. Two fraternity brothers say while the bus driver was strictly enforcing no alcohol on the trip to Nashville, quote, the group was drinking, and that Strain consumed 3 IPAs and 2 vodka shots. Here's why the percentage of alcohol is important when it comes to the fraternity's own rules.
I want to talk a little bit about alcohol.
Delta Chi's national chapter's website shows on a risk management video that no alcohol above 15% can be served at fraternity events unless by a licensed third party.
If a chapter doesn't comply with these, they will be placed on a corrective action or probation status.
There is no mention of who else was or wasn't drinking, or if a licensed third party was serving vodka on the bus. Obviously, a vodka shot has way more alcohol than 15%.
This is basically a totally out of control party situation.
Police estimate Strain consumed between 12 to 15 alcoholic drinks before he died. It's unclear, besides the bus, where else fraternity members say Strain drank before heading to the bars. Riley was 22 years old, a grown man by all standards. Nobody wanted this to happen to this young man. But how much personal responsibility is here versus how much responsibility the fraternity has?
It's the lifestyle of the Greek world, and I'm sure he has some personal responsibility because he shouldn't have been doing it because he was 22.
Investigators' notes show by 8:40 that night, Strain begins to stumble repeatedly. After an argument with staff, he's escorted out at 9:38. According to investigators' notes, fraternity members continue on with the party. A fraternity brother told police he reached Strain by phone at 9:47, saying Strain was speaking with a slurred speech, and that Strain indicated he was on his way back to the hotel. Fraternity brothers wouldn't call police to report him missing until 12 hours after they discovered he'd never come back to the hotel. We took the police findings both to the national chapter of Delta Chi and the University of Missouri. Delta Chi would not agree to an interview, only referencing their prior online statement about the sadness of Strain's death. A Mizzou spokesperson said this was a private fraternity event and confirmed Delta Chi has no outstanding student conduct violations.
For the school to sit there and say they're in good standing, I mean, my God, that's morally offensive. I mean, after what happened to this kid,
A lot of parents are going to see this story. A lot of parents of college students will see this story. What do we learn from this?
you know, all this stuff for parents about how they have risk management, they condemn alcohol abuse, they condemn this, they condemn that. It's baloney.
Jeremy, seeing that video is still disturbing even to this day. So I got to ask you, if Riley had that much to drink even before he entered the bars, should he have even been served at all?
Well, Marius, I asked that same question to TABC investigators. They say all they can monitor is how someone is acting at the time they are served alcohol. And they say in reviewing the video, Strain did not appear too intoxicated when he was served. Now, the Strain family says they have a lawyer looking over police and findings. Also, we have requested all of the audio interviews, and we just got them this afternoon. We're listening to all of them. Once we get all of that details, we will be able to share with you what we have learned. Marius.
Jeremy Finley, thank you so much. We have
Think precision machining is just for guys? Think again. Women are making their mark in this.
If you are interested in our future coverage of this story, be sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell before you go. Verdict Vantage thanks you for supporting our continued news coverage and research.